Yeah, this isn't Sonic Unleashed. This is actually a review of iCarly for the Wii. You see, I realized that with that title of the game, I probably wouldn't get many views, so I just slapped Unleashed on the title, and I mean, well, here you are. I mean, it's your fault for believing me. I'm joking, of course. This has been one of my most requested videos for years, so I mean, I just have to be a completely terrible person to actually pull a prank like this. Okay, wow. Just messing around. I'm excited for this game too. This is my first time playing through this version of the game, so I mean, it's a special moment for me as well. We got the game. I'm not messing around. It's the real deal. It really is. This is Shark Tale for the PS2. I guess we're playing that instead. I'll quit messing with you now. Happy 200,000 subscribers, everybody. Please enjoy the video. As a kid, Shark Tale was one of those movies I watched more times than I probably should have. Okay, last one, I swear! Also, it's getting pretty hot in here, I took off my sweatshirt. Sonic Unleashed was first revealed when I was only, what, 12 I think I was? For a 12-year-old, this game was the definition of hype. I didn't really know too much about gameplay styles or anything like that, but the trailer had an amazing song which got me incredibly amped, and Sonic was looking real fluffy. By heck, I wanted to play as Fluffy Sonic! Look at him run on all fours. Look at him do that super fast, punchy move. I want that! I want to do that! Endless Possibilities, the song used, is still one of the best themes for a Sonic game period, at least in my opinion. For the themes that this game was going for, it knocks it clear out of the park. I mean, heck, it knocks it clear to China. This was, of course, back in the good old days of 3 FPS YouTube videos, so it looks a little choppy here, but it was more than enough to get me completely on board for it. So much I bought the PS2 version as soon as it came out, because I didn't have a PS3 or Xbox 360 yet. I didn't know it at the time, but the PS2 version had a ton of differences, not just the graphics. The level design, the hub worlds, accessible areas, and even the gameplay itself was different. Also, every time Sonic boosted, he went... I'll do a separate review of the PS2/Wii version in the future, but for now, just remember that I'm going into this one with the knowledge of this one. So after looking at that start screen for a few moments, the game then shows us a small video, that being the E3 trailer, just now in HD quality with a solid frame rate. Anyhow, this was the fastest we'd ever seen Sonic go, video game wise. It was also the first time we'd see him go back to ye old formula of 2.5D gameplay, a feature I'm sure they won't abuse for easy level design and nostalgia pandering later on. Of course, the werehog is here as well. I mean, what else is going to wear the collar so Sonic can become Unleashed? Also, you seeing these moves? Yeah, we're not going to be using any of them throughout our playthrough. Yeah, pretty much none of these come up. I mean, not because I didn't know how to perform them, but there's such post-game upgrades. You'll have to either grind your ass off to get them or just stick all your XP into the combat stat. And you don't want to do that. You really don't want to do that. So after we've created our saved data with such Sonic style, I mean, I always thought the PS3's way of saving was always really bland. What happened to the custom save files and stuff from the previous generations? Also, I mentioned it before by literally showing you the cover, but I'm playing the PS3 version of Sonic Unleashed, and I hope this doesn't mean that, like, there's something worse with this game. I mean, there shouldn't be. I bought the game for the system that it belongs on. It should work just fine, but I hear that sometimes different games work better on different consoles, like Bayonetta, for instance. It's a lot more choppy and just generally hard to look at on the PS3 version as compared to like the PC and the Xbox 360 versions. Sonic Heroes, of course, on GameCube is a lot smoother than it is on the PS2 version, which is by far the worst of the Sonic Heroes versions. And what else is there? GTA 4, of course, looks very rough on the PS3 compared to the 360. Man, Sony's really been taking it up the disk drive. Also, you might have noticed that I haven't really shown any gameplay of Sonic Unleashed yet. It seems to be taking a while to get to the game, huh? Almost like, I didn't really record anything at all. And that's because I gotcha! We're not actually playing Sonic Unleashed, we're playing the Playboy Mansion video game. Alright, last one, I swear. The game starts off with a wonderfully animated and composed cutscene where Sonic is...
Don't ask me why I have this.
Where Sonic has gotten onto one of Eggman's ships. somehow. How the hell did he get up there? Did Tails drop him off in space? Like, shit, he's done that once in Sonic X, almost froze to death, and Tails was all like, he'll shake it off! Or did he just hunker down somewhere on the ship and fall asleep and then wake up and go,
I better get going soon. What?
This one intro cutscene probably beats just about any other cutscene in any other Sonic game so far. Its bombastic nature, the lighting, the squash and stretch of the models. Not poking fun at this, by the way. Making your character stretch like this is an excellent way to emphasize motion. Also, was Sonic punching his way through those robots? Forget the werehog! Who the hell needs that thing when Sonic can just blast his way through his enemies with a single wallop? Eggman smashes down in a new fancy robot with Gatling guns for hands. As Sonic jumps high into the air. I mean, I know Sonic can breathe in space or whatever, but is there any gravity all the way up here? And smashes down upon Eggman's robot. You missed, Sonic! He actually gets caught by Eggman soon thereafter, and should have hit the robot, and is forced to use the Chaos Emeralds. Although I say forced with a hint of skepticism, because Eggman wasn't doing jack diddly before he transformed. You'd think as soon as he grabbed them, it'd be all... Sonic then chases after Eggman, eventually cornering him in a room.
Sonic! I'm sorry. Really, look, go easy on me. I'll turn over a new leaf, I swear!
Okay, that's all the time I've got.
He quickly outwits Sonic by loudly announcing, "Gotcha," while large mechanical devices protrude from the ground, which are actually pretty slow, I mean, compared to Super Sonic. Oh! You know, Sonic, you could have just, flown upwards really fast as soon as possible, rather than, gawking around for a second and then trying to run. I mean, I repeat, run on foot out of the way. Sonic's a speedy boy, but he don't think too fast, do he?
Wow, Sonic's fast.
Sonic, time to meet your maker.
That's not a nice welcome.
Take this. 7-up attack. Charge!
You think you can intimidate me with just...
The scene would have made a lot more sense if Sonic had transformed back to normal before Eggman triggered his device. At least then him running away would have made a proper excuse. Yeah, whatever. I mean, the whole cutscene is eye candy anyway, so who cares? Eggman then does a dirty and sucks Sonic's Chaos Emeralds out of him, and then uses them to shoot an energy beam out of his giant... I'm not even going to pretend that doesn't look like what it looks like.
Sonic, with the Chaos Emeralds in my grasp, I can now use my ultimate weapon.
Wow, that looks like a giant...
That's right, Sonic. It looks like my fat, lengthy bottle of 7-Up.
You really like 7-Up, don't you?
Maybe too much.
So Eggman forgets to wait for the bottle of 7-Up to settle down after shaking it, and the resulting blast cracks the Earth into pieces, killing all life on the planet. While this is all happening, Sonic starts hulking out. He grows fur, he gets all swollen, his gloves burst from the large increase in hand mass. However, his shoes stay completely intact. I mean, in fact, changing to better suit Sonic's new look. Which just leads me back to my old segment of Game Theories, the completely original show where if you see any similarities to any other pre-existing show, you're wrong. This time on Game Theories, we'll be looking at Sonic, only Sonic's shoes are his feet. Sonic's shoes are his feet. They're biologically part of his body. I mean, think about it. I mean, we've never seen him actually take them off, and I would prefer it to stay that way. So let's look at the facts here. As Sonic's hands grow claws, his shoes grow cleats. His body gets all hairy, his socks get all raggy. His body turns darker, his shoes turn darker. I mean, or it's just how they designed him. And could you imagine how weird the werehog would look with gloves on as well? Ah! Now that's scary. Turns out that under the Earth lies a crust... What? Turns out that under the Earth's crust lies an ancient entity called Dark Gaia. Eggman gives us the rundown as it emerges, only for it to collapse in on itself and scatter into a fine mist all over the world.
Sonic, that's a good look for you. Festive.
Eggman launches Sonic back down to Earth, and that right there ends the first cutscene of the game, which then leads into the second cutscene, which... Oh god! I put the hoodie back on, it's getting a bit cold. When you've got a game that looks as good as this, and it looks like ass in comparison to the first cutscene of the game, well, that's how you know you've got a really good initial cutscene. That's probably why they didn't make any CG cutscenes for Generations of Forces. But didn't they make CG cutscenes for the ads for those games? I mean, I get it. I mean, take a look at the CG cutscene for Forces as compared to a cutscene in the game. Yeah, so as you can see, I mean, it just doesn't really look as... No, you see, that's not a gameplay right there, that's cutscene. No, you see, I need to be holding a controller to you know, play the game. If it was gameplay, that's cutscene right there. No, see, the game doesn't play itself. Or does it? It's still gone without me, look. There is actually a loading screen in between cutscenes, which I thought I'd point out. They're on what seems to be Tails' rip-off Wii U controller. Hang on a rootin' tootin' spagootin' second. Is that camera control? In a modern Sonic game? I thought Takashi Iizuka said if they added in camera control, the console would explode. Anyhow, Sonic is saved by a glowing green orb. I mean, I get the intention behind it, but Sonic just survived a trip through the fucking atmosphere. Not to mention he stopped so high up, he still probably has enough time to get back to terminal velocity before he hits the ground. All that did was wake him up so we can fully realize what's going to happen to him. Look, you can see the horror on his face. Or he just looks like he's a bit over-enthusiastic to see her, Jesus. How much strain is this dust cloud creating on my PS3 exactly? Chaos Emeralds are popping into existence, it's got half the frame rate. I'm surprised there's any frames here to make fun of.
Hey, Tails.
Sonic?
What are you doing out here?
Sonic then sees a small creature on the ground, and they become friends, and Sonic quickly learns that the small creature has amnesia. Needless to say, Sonic is so surprised he completely over-emotes.
What? You forgot who you are? Am I an android too?
Sonic tells the creature he'll help him get his memory back, and oh god, hey, can we pull the camera back a bit, please? Sonic then just transforms back to normal, with the help of the sun. Ow, I bit my lip. With the help of the sun, it seems. He's so happy he decides to transition right into the first level. Of course, we're not going to play normally. I'm going to try and feel out what sort of changes this game has. Holy crap, I can go outside of a 2-meter width straight line. Hallelujah. The second change I noticed is that Sonic's really fast. The whole which is faster, Unleashed or Generations, has been a bit of a debate in the Sonic community for a while now, and at least from what I can tell, I can say that Sonic Unleashed feels a lot faster. I can also say that it has a much higher acceleration rate and faster turning, feeling a lot more adventure-y rather than the tank-like movement of Sonic Generations. Sonic's air dash also goes way further than it does in Generations, but it also shares its button with two other functions. Now, for some reason, the square button is not only the air dash and boost, but also the homing attack? I mean, it's really weird how they would just suddenly change the button. It doesn't make much sense if you ask me, especially since there are plenty of times you need to specifically use the air dash instead of the boost. All this change really did was lead me to press the wrong button to homing attack and lose a life at an inopportune moment. Also, I know in my Colors review I said that Unleashed didn't have an air boost, just an air dash, and yes, I was wrong. However, I still think this version is better than Colors. It moves at least more horizontal angle in comparison. Wow, I can go faster? I can barely control Sonic now! I have noticed a bit of frame rate drops and stuttering every now and again. I'm getting the odd freeze here and there as well. Alright, it's fucking square, isn't it? Oh man. I thought the Unleashed project had some like independently created animations for the results screen, that leading it to be a bit janky, but no, those were the real Sonic Unleashed results animations. They just freeze. I half expect Chip to just fall out of the sky. Oh wow, forget the town map. Who's that sexy bastard? So Sonic and his new friend, who he dubs Chip, head into the town nearby with a meat and ice cream man who gives them an ice cream so good it gives Chip an orgasm. Also, I get that Sonic's gained some new abilities ever since he went modern style, but I didn't realize that teleportation was one of them. Truth be told, the ice cream here actually looks really good, but the way Sonic is holding it gives me heavy onset anxiety. I sort of touched on this before, but the animations for Sonic here in particular are very subdued, at least in game. The animation and expression for Sonic in the opening cutscene is wonderful, but here, as well as the results screen, etc., Sonic's not so lively? I mean, compare these results screens to the Generation ones and you'll instantly see what I mean. I mean, I'm really just kind of pointing this out. It is, of course, still miles better than the motion capture madness in Sonic 06.
The laser shots are fast. I bet those legs are fragile.
Motion capture madness, that could be the name of a Sonic stage. Hey guys, it's me, Sonic the Hedgehog, here recording in motion capture madness. For fuck's sake, I don't give a shit about this anymore. I've been wasting 40 fucking minutes trying to get a VR set, which isn't even working properly. Its left ear isn't even fucking working. To record a fucking joke for a video which isn't even gonna do well. Oh, Jesus Christ! So here's the thing I realized with Unleashed. As soon as you start playing, heck, I mean, as soon as the opening cutscene plays, you're all like,
Looks good, don't it?
But then more than one model gets on screen and thankfully the town here chugs a bit less than Thomas the Tank Engine on crack, and I can see what I'm actually doing. But You okay there, old man? Well, anyway, we gotta get off to the real first stage over here. I can homing attack people! Speaking of people, I'm here to meet some. Hang on. Is that the rapping sorcerer? That's right, it is! Now just you see, I'm trying to find a wife to be. Just take a trip through my bed sack. I'll whip it out. Length I don't lack. Stop, okay? I get it. You're looking for a wife. Quit talking about your penis. Wait, you're not... I'll still have the zebras, are you? No. Yeah, that's not... anyway, I need help finding a woman. What? Why can't you do it yourself? Oh, hello there. I'm looking for a wife.
Oh, there we go. I figured out how to get the X. I did it.
It's not letting go.
Sorry? Hey there.
Hi.
How you doing? I like your,
원수님.
coat.
여기
My onesie?
모티브로 한번 보여줘요.
Yes. Would you like to be my wife?
지금
There's 140.
한국 사람들의 아침이잖아요.
Let me think about it.
아닌가?
Where will you take me on
전이구나.
our first date?
아 그럼 2시잖아. 아니에요. 근데 목소리 안
Maybe
들려.
the,
You're telling me you can just play games on that thing?
Yeah, one try.
McDonald's.
What?
Oh my god. Yes, I'll be your wife.
Oh my god, I didn't expect this.
So adorable.
Wait, how old are you?
18. Perfectly right.
Okay, great. Are you allergic to moon?
I gotta get Avatar.
No, I'm not allergic to anything.
Fuck, she's perfect. Here's the thing though. I don't have a penis. I'm made of
I'm
moon.
fine with that. That's even better.
Fuck! It's like one good thing after the other.
So when's the honeymoon?
I'm broke.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't need money.
What the fuck?
That doesn't matter. Radical Rex recommended you as a wingman, so... Son of a bitch! So I'm here to ask, oh. I'm gonna need you to step outside for a few minutes. So there are two sections of the hub world. The one where you get to talk to people, and what is basically the level select. Really, Sonic? Can't get over that fence? Anyway, on to Act 2, I guess, which is actually a nice surprise. The PS2 version only has one act per area for daytime Sonic, so seeing an actual tangible Act 2 on this one gives me some future hope that there'll be some more daytime stages that I can enjoy. Heavens knows how many fucking night stages there were, though. I think Eggman Land had a total of, what, 5? Poto's Act 2 is actually a stage I've played a bunch. The demo for Unleashed had this level and this level only, and it is a really fun one. However, I am still noticing a few frame drops and the odd hiccup here and there. Heck, in the first 10 seconds there's already a freeze. In fact, forget the first 10 seconds, try the first 3.
Here we go!
And then again a little while later, more stuttering. And this continues pretty steadily throughout the game. In fact, I would say that you get a more steady flow of stutters than frames. The level is really nice, however, I can see why it's stuttering so bad at least. Nice lighting, detailed environments. Oh hey, there's a moon medal. I guess you can pick these up throughout the levels in this version. In the PS2 version, you get them at the end of the level depending on what rank you got. 1 for B, 2 for A, and 3 for S. You can use them in the Gaia temples to access hidden rooms with their own unique puzzles and traps, turn goodies like music discs and art. At least I think that's what you got down there. You can also transform between the werehog and normal Sonic on the fly, which was really cool. It added a bit of extra depth to the puzzles. Of course, this isn't a review of the PS2 version of Sonic Unleashed, so I should probably actually save some of that for the actual review of that game. Anyway, looks like we're out of time for this one. That's right, it'll be another episodic review, much like the Sonic Lost World review. However, I think this one might have a few more episodes than that one because there is so much to talk about. However, this gives me the opportunity to relax and rest in between videos rather than just trying to get out a 3-hour big bulky son of a bitch. And I can also create some other videos, maybe smaller wee ones in between, so I hope you like those as well. There will also be a poll in the description of the video so you can vote for which game you'd like for a RadicalSoda episode in between Unleashed videos, so please go ahead and do that.
Is that all you got?
Oh hey everybody, look! It's Eggman!
Take this!
7-Up. Personally I prefer Pepsi.
What did you say? You must be joking. Initiate 7-Up blast!
Sonic Boy,